Hello Aries, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is your reading for the week beginning the 18th, is it? 16th? I don't know. Doesn't really matter, does it? So whenever you come across this reading, it's going to be for a week or two. Okay. I've actually got two oracle cards here. I sort of feel that one relates to the other party, so you can, place yourself appropriately. But this is a week of ghost of the past, Aries. Old friends, boyfriends, crushes, places and situations or reminders of them come up to remind you of either how far you've come or that there's still work to be done in areas you thought were long settled. We all have life themes and we all have challenges and patterns, but the trick is to move through them quickly and to learn from them permanently. These ghosts with masks are here to show you what or who needs an adjustment in your life. A clearing where you make peace with people you feel you may have wronged is in order. None of us is perfect and none of us need to forgive. Sorry, all of us need to forgive and be forgiven. This is the cause of the indecision you are now facing. The ghosts of the past are haunting you. It's Judgment Day and you are more powerful than you know. The time for hiding who you are and pretending to be normal and just like everyone else has done. This looks like actually, as much as it might be quite a difficult week, Aries, it's ultimately going to be really cleansing. That's clarified with both the Star and Temperance, which are just incredibly beautiful cards. Real healing being brought to whatever the situation is for you. This is mind, body and spirit. It would really suggest with Temperance here that this is the time. I do even have the Judgment card today here on the Four of Cups. So it's almost like there's some long-term dissatisfaction with a situation that really hasn't been working well. And I think there's been a lot of very immature, inconsiderate, selfish behaviour here, which I'll come on to. And it ultimately needs to be addressed. Regardless as to the outcome, it needs to be addressed. It's almost like there's karma here that someone's trying to avoid, and it's not going to be possible. So yeah, really beautiful cards. Can be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aquarian, but really just with this combination, it just feels like there's a real, it's cleansing, and there's real openness here. The Star card, she's naked, her mask is off, she's completely exposed. And very comfortable in that situation. So as much as it might be a little bit awkward, it does look like it's all for the best. I do have the Power of 3 with the 9 of Cups in reverse. I kind of feel this might be the other side of the story, but maybe not. Sorry, I'm just waiting on the cat who cannot stay off my cards tonight. This is things that obviously, comes round over and over again, and I do have the Whip here, which suggests the same. It's like it's just cycles that keep repeating, and if it's happened once, it's going to happen 2 more times. If it's happened twice, it's going to happen 1 more time. If it's happened 3 times, it's done. And with the 9 of Cups in reverse here, this is someone who probably indulges, overindulges quite possibly. Again, I really just get a feeling there's somebody here who's just never really satisfied with what their lot is in life. A greedy individual. And with the Whip with Mickle and Muckle in reverse. Now the Whip can be aggressive behaviour. It can be someone who's very argumentative. But this is like childlike. But it is about repeating patterns. I'm getting it more leaning towards the repeating patterns here. This is like a consistently poor behaviour that someone continually does. As I say, with Mickle and Muckle in reverse, this is clinging to the known path, and the known path leads nowhere, because we've got the Labyrinth with the fairy who was kissed by a pixies in reverse. That's blocked love. That's refusing to give love, refusing to receive love. This is literally someone who has some sort of arrested development in terms of their ability to love or receive love. There's a real big emotional block here, and either they're not aware that they continually repeat this pattern, or you're not aware that you continually repeat this pattern, and that's what's looking to hopefully be addressed one way or another with the Judgment card here, because the 3 of Pentacles suggests it has happened more than once. So if you can look at that, and if you're able to identify patterns in your life where you have you know, repeated something more than once, then this could relate to you, or it is the other party. But this is just basically somebody who keeps doing the same shit different day, and it's really stupid stuff over and over and over again, and they think it's hilarious, and it's not hilarious, and they're not in the least bit happy. But it's like it's almost a form of self-harm. That really is where they're at. It obviously depends on the age of this individual, but with the labyrinth, it's just going round and round in circles. And it is the fairy was kissed by the pixies, who's, you know, it's basically the Lover's card. She's absolutely fabulous, and it's in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. So it's just, I mean, this can be somebody, as I say, this can be like, I mean, it honestly feels like real teenage stuff, this, where you pretend that you're, you know, you don't actually like someone, but you really like them. Okay, and then you pretend that the opposite, you know. And yeah, nothing moves forward. You just get stuck here. Constant detours, dead ends, disappointment, permanently lost is actually what I'm getting. There's a real feeling of someone being permanently lost here. Now, with it being Lenormand, it can be a bit more literal than that this week. It doesn't need to be this deep. This can be, I think this week, maybe there's a lot of lost messages, you know, emails, texts not getting through. Your communication is just missing the mark. It might even be parcels that go missing in transit. Travelers are going to, you know, get lost. They might be going to, you might be going to a wedding this week. You might be going to a celebration or a party, and, you know, the address is wrong. You're up and down country lanes here. So there is a feeling of that. The overriding message is lost. Someone feels incredibly lost, and they're just hitting the same dead ends. And it is because they're repeating the same behaviour, and they're behaving like a child in a grown-up environment, basically. So the rider is about messages, an actual visitor, communication, news, can be like, yeah. And with Flaff the Footer here, this is, oh help, I'm lost. This is just not hitting the mark, not getting to your destination. This is someone who's not grounded, who just floats off into their bubble, but unfortunately it does get popped because there's a lot of sharp objects about. This is someone who will take energy from others to help ground themselves because they're not able to, you know, provide that grounding themselves. It does feel like somebody really young here, I have to say. So this might, you know, be somebody's kid. I don't know. But with the cross card here, this communication or this news that's coming in is heavy. Someone is really overwhelmed now in a situation. They may even be grieving. But Ilby is a card of I can't. This is somebody who's got a really negative attitude. This is somebody who gives up quite easily. This can also be about lost hope, lost faith, lost luggage, lost post. But it can just be that it's not the right time for the situation. And yet, honestly, Aries, it kind of is. Because this is so stagnant and not moving forward, and it needs to be wrapped up. And the cross card is a card of karma. And it needs to be paid. However that transpires. Okay, let me just take some advice. If you are travelling somewhere, obviously you'll need to make sure your plans are watertight, because I do really see a lot of frustration here and someone not being able to, you know, get to where they want to go. And yet for some reason they can't go back either. They've just got to keep going. You know, the only way out in this situation really is through, because to go back, it's delaying the inevitable. Advice for Aries, please, Spirit. Both in reverse. What is going on? Sorry, just give me a second. I never read these cards in reverse, and they're never in reverse. I don't understand why they're coming out. Fine. I'll just take a different deck. So you're not playing. Advice for Aries for this reading. So if you're the ghost of the past here, where everyone, you know, you've got someone turning up in your doorstep. This is I'm not saying it's like a bad penny that's turning up, because it is something that needs to be addressed to heal the situation. It is time. Temperance card is telling you it is time to fix this situation, regardless as to how you move on from there. This karma needs to be addressed. Okay, Aries, advice please from my Aries. Yeah, that's basically it. This is your heart chakra. This is Archangel Raphael. This is the healing of a broken heart, the healing of a situation. This is a heart-to-heart conversation with someone from your past. There's been some sort of strategy that's failed. There's been a misstep here. What's the strategy in reverse? Plans. If someone's had plans and they've failed, and it's created a lot of stress, a lot of sadness, remorse, regret. Wow. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, advice for Aries. Who is it? Yeah, the World in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's basically still unfinished business here. As I say, there has been really childish behaviour here. Someone's not been honest about their feelings. They've had some sort of, you know, messed up strategy. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm assuming it is. Whatever it is, it's not panned out, and it's caused a lot of pain, and that karma that they've created needs to be addressed. Aries, that is your reading. Look after yourselves. Bye.